Start start again. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So welcome back, guys, to the Metapalooza show. And last night I was getting a little bit um, edgy, and so I had to make this important video that I was making last night. I was walking around town in the middle of the night, kind of in a frenzy, trying to get some cash out of my bank account. It was the first of the month. I didn't know what to really expect because I was just watching the wildest stories that you've ever heard on YouTube. And I'm not even kidding. That is no small thing. The WEF and world leaders are talking about all this craziness, the Great Reset, and Agenda 2030. I look around. I was shopping the other day. I was shopping for groceries. I spent like over $50. I didn't even get that much. It was like it was just a couple boxes of frozen pizzas. I had some chicken burger meat, which I need for protein because for a while I've actually been fasting for a grand total of 7 days. It's not the first time I fasted, but it was definitely the longest. I can tell you that much. And yeah, this was my stupid attempt to save some money. I had to try and see if I can get a microphone. I have all these different plans and priorities that I know probably I can't do it all, not by myself. I'm just a YouTuber that's making content. I'm making content in my sleep, and I don't even remember like half the stuff that I made in the past. I must have made like over hundreds of videos, hundreds. But eventually, what happens, you see, is that YouTube's community guidelines, they took down the important ones. Some of the stupid ones are still there, but no, I think there was a lot of censorship happening ever since 2020 when the pandemic happened. I was like dead set on trying to, okay, I got to talk about the RNA Kool-Aid jabs. I can't even say the word because I think we're still um under censorship guidelines, and I got to be very careful about what I got to talk about on this channel because um, yeah, just like that, a month or two from now, some of these videos could potentially disappear because of the nature of the censorship. Has changed. It's definitely changed things. I mean, you can't criticize certain things. Like, if you say something bad, like pretty soon, if you say, Trudeau, he's a dictator, which, yeah, he is, but we can't really say everything that we believe in anymore. It's like, yeah, we have to be very careful about what it is that we talk about, which this is why sometimes, I get really, my passion boils to the surface. I see all these problems. I hear stories. Okay, last night I heard about people who have been spending their life savings on getting their house repaired, and now they live in a trailer which they had to pay rent for. It's like over 600 a month, and yeah, I mean, I think that could be anyone a couple of months from now. That could even be me. And I think about, well, what could happen a month from now? I don't really see too much in the future. I was just applying to like jobs. Last job I applied to, they promised that they would call me back, or yeah, they haven't returned my messages. I've been sending out resumes via email, and I'm not even sure if that's getting through. And they keep on hiring other people from wherever. I'm not saying anything against um, immigration, or I just say that take care of people in your own country first before you decide to help take on the responsibilities of helping a different country other than your own, because like charity begins at home. I think what Trudeau has really done, honestly, for this country, he's so far left he can't even see like the problems that exist. I mean, they're in their own little worlds. They're not living on planet Earth. I don't think they're involved with the WEF, and they're up for this agenda. I think they're pushing the Great Reset so that they can make sure that this agenda happens, the Agenda 2030. And I believe that it's probably this pandemic, which led to a lot of job losses. And I mean, we allowed things to get this bad. I mean, at any time we could have organized and we could have uprised, which I believe we did. It didn't work in the end. What had happened, you see, was as soon as we got a little bit ahead into the arena, like protesting, and we were winning. We were winning not by use of force, but it was peaceful. It was peaceful. I believe that we didn't have to be as peaceful because Canada is known for being, we're known for our peace and good people. A lot of good people, they got hurt. I think that it was, you know what, it would have been fair if they finally decided, well, you know what, we had enough, and this is my opinion, I believe that they should have stormed the gates and not protest outside of Parliament. I believe that, yeah, deep down, that Trudeau should have been physically hauled out of there and maybe put into a Pollock. You know, like, I'm not talking about like, you know, violence. I'm just talking about humiliation. It would have been enough to get that on TV. You know, like start hurling tomatoes at the man. I don't know. It would have been a little bit medieval, and maybe sometimes I don't know what the answer is anymore. I mean, we did tweet, we did voice our opinions on social media, but in the end, nothing was solved. Trudeau, he actually frozen people's bank accounts for trying to donate to the Freedom Convoy. Yeah, that was a known fact, and that was against our civil liberties and our freedoms. It infringed upon our rights as Canadians and as citizens. We have the right to donate to whatever cause or charity that we deem necessary, and this is what has happened with our country. I can't speak for America because America has their own problems. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into politics. I just say that, you know what, a lot of people, they knew what was going on, but they didn't do enough. And then there's people who are completely oblivious, mainly my family and other such individuals. My grandmother, she'll never understand. I was up to her house the other month, or it must have been over 6 to 8 weeks ago. It was definitely a little bit longer than that. But she argued with me when I said to her, listen. I know certain advice. You have to go get some food. You have to start stocking, because I can't afford to do that. But my grandmother, she's retired, a teacher, but she's very stubborn in her ways. She doesn't understand the world that exists today. She doesn't even have a computer, and she wants to have her peace and quiet at 83. She, cancer survivor. Okay, I mean, I love my grandmother, but sometimes I just want to, like, what are you doing? She spent hundreds of dollars trying to renovate her front porch steps, which, I mean, she would never listen. She never listens. I explained to her, do you really think that this is a good idea, especially now with all this uncertainty? Like I'm saying to everybody, if you have hundreds of dollars right now in your bank account, I mean, my best advice would be like I was saying to her, go get the food, because the last time I went grocery shopping, and this is true. Hold on, I need this. So I was over at the grocery store, and I think I had $5 left, just enough. I don't know. I saw tomato, Hunt's tomato sauce on sale for like $2. It was $1.99 or whatever. And I had a couple of bags of hard spaghetti. You know, like instant spaghetti. They come in the big bags. I got the cheapest brand, and I was up at the counter. All that added up to $5. I didn't have $5, but the lady at the counter actually did something I've never experienced. She paid for. I'm honest to God, dead serious. She paid for my groceries. It wasn't that much, but I didn't have $5, and that made me feel uneasy coming back home. I didn't know really how to feel. I was grateful, but at the same time, you know, after what I've been through, going through fasting and trying to save money because I don't really have enough to navigate in my budget. I can't upgrade like some of these other higher tier YouTubers who make content, and yeah, they depend on YouTube revenue, and I get it. I get it. I'm not there yet, and I'm trying to get into the mid-tier level, and it's like I'm still only at 3 subscribers. I made over 50 videos on this channel alone, and I don't think that people appreciate the amount of time and energy spent on making some of these videos. I mean, yeah, it's gotten a little bit easier for me, but over time, I did expect to have a wider audience, 3 people. I don't even know who my followers are. I'm not getting any feedback in the comments section. So if you can, please leave your thoughts and comments down in the comments section. I know people say it a lot, but I mean it. I don't want my channels to be stagnant. I want actually for my channel to grow, because then I would actually be able to learn and give solutions to problems, which I know that a lot of people are facing right now. Some of these people are actually so broke, they're living in their cars right now to avoid paying $1,000+ in rent, because some people, they just can't do it. Some people can't do it, and I personally, I've sacrificed a lot, my time, to try to get these videos out there, only to get censored. And yeah, if I say anything that's gonna upset the YouTube algorithm, I'll just get a notification with a strike, and it'll just be gone like that. And yeah, I'm trying to get the information out there. I know what's happening. I don't want families to be caught off guard, because people, like some people, they just don't know. This is what I wanted to see happen. I wanted to see people finally wake up and actually start protesting against this agenda, which the elites, they're really out of touch. They are part of this big, huge club, and they want to push this agenda. They want this they think that this great reset is going to reset the economy, and it's going to be a clean slate. But what I really see happening is that they're buying up all the important land. They're annexing a lot of companies and corporations. Big interest groups have taken control, and small businesses are done, and people are left wondering, how are we going to survive? It's crazy.